If there is one thing we all learned in 2020, it's that our online presence matters more than ever before. Okay, we've all been working hard to adapt our strategies to this all digital reality. And while things will continue to change over the next months and years, the importance of being viewed as an expert in your niche is not going to decline at all. It's only going to grow. So if you're like me and you're spending the next few weeks, months, planning out your strategy for absolutely killing it in the coming months and year, keep watching and we're going to talk through some smart, practical strategies for supercharging your status as an expert in 2021. I'm Kasey Jones, and I'm a coach to entrepreneurs and business professionals who have big dreams of making a big impact. Okay, I work with them to help them harness the strength of what makes them different and build their authority as experts in their industry and create high growth businesses that have a big impact. Okay, so if you're ready to become known as an expert in your niche so that you can build an incredible business that has a real impact on your community and your life, then click to subscribe so you can be notified every single time I share a new video, which is 2 times a week. And if you want to learn how you can leverage being a podcast guest to grow your career or business, click the link in the description of this video and join my 100% free training. I promise it will be helpful. And look, I've shared in past videos that being viewed as an expert authority in your niche can be a huge boon for your business and career. And I am sure I don't need to convince you of that. We all know this intuitively, that if our target audience, our ideal customers viewed us as experts, they'd be more likely to hire us. It would be easier to get that next job, land that next client, like you name it. Things just are easier when you've got that kind of respect and authority in your space. So how do you do it? Okay, there's a few things that can really help. And I'm going to share one method that in my experience kind of brings these 3 things together. Okay, it makes it all go just a little bit faster. So number 1, okay, if your target audience or the people in your niche start to see that you are friends with or connected to or doing business with other leaders that they respect and admire, they are going to start to view you as that expert authority as well. Okay, it's and sometimes this can seem a little unfair, but it actually means that there's a really direct pathway to getting to that status. It's building relationships with people that you can also learn from, right? So if you take some time to build meaningful relationships with influencers in your niche, you will quickly become an influencer in your niche as well. A couple of ways that you can start doing this. Okay, so first and foremost, start engaging with their social content and doing it consistently. Okay, and this doesn't mean just hitting the like button or being like, nice post. Actually be thoughtful, ask them a question, share some additional information that adds value to the conversation. Once you've done that for a while, and I mean minimum 10 times, minimum, it really should be more like 20 or 30, especially depending on who it is, you want to reach out and start a DM or private conversation. Okay, real relationships aren't built on public forums like that. They might start there, and they definitely start there, but real relationships are built offline or at least on Zoom or in DM. So find ways that you can transition to a more personal and intimate kind of forum. So the option that I love for this is to go on their podcast as a guest if they have one. And I guarantee a bunch of influencers in your space have active podcasts, and you can pitch them to land those interviews. And it's a great way to start a conversation, start building a friendship, and quickly be viewed as someone on their level, both by them and the people that you want to reach. Okay, so number 2. If the professionals in your industry get to know your expertise and opinions on important topics facing them, they will start to see that that you are an influencer that they need to be paying attention to, that they need to follow you and respect kind of your opinion. So if they see that you've got a powerful perspective on trends impacting them, they're going to realize that they need to pay closer attention to you moving forward. So what you really want to start doing is putting yourself out there, posting on social media, creating thoughtful and engaging content, videos, blog posts, longer form social posts on LinkedIn or on Twitter, doing live streams on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, like you name it. Put yourself out there. It's how people understand kind of what you stand for. It's how they learn from you. And there's lots of people that are afraid to do those things. So when you show that even if you are afraid, you push through it and you do it anyway, people will be inspired by your courage and inspired by your perspective. Okay, so find ways to get your voice heard and do it in a way that your audience will find helpful and engaging. And this is another reason why I'm a huge fan of both hosting podcasts and going on podcasts as a guest. You get an opportunity to share your perspective, your lessons, with the world. You get to put your voice and your kind of story out there, and it can be hugely impactful in terms of getting your voice heard by the community that you are working to and dedicated to serve. So number 3, if you are seen as helping and having an impact on your industry, people will want to know kind of who the movers and shakers are. And so if your target audience is noticing that you're having an impact on people just like them, they're going to sit up and take notice, right? So you want to start to kind of brand yourself as a mentor, as a giver, as somebody that gives back to their community. So find those ways to give back. It might be by mentoring younger professionals, okay, teaching free classes, sharing insights and lessons from your own journey. It might be, volunteering to mentor a startup accelerator or teach another business how to do something. You might be doing it for free. You might volunteer to kind of speak at a college. There's a million different ways that you can do this. But the idea is to get yourself out there as somebody who gives back and who's somebody understands that they have value and lessons to give to the world. Okay, people feel a deep sense of loyalty and respect for those that they see making a difference in their communities, or at least having influence in their worlds. Plus, one of the best ways to really sharpen your own skills is by teaching others. Okay, and if you are one of those people that's like, oh, I don't have anything to teach, I guarantee you there are hundreds of things that you do every day that you take totally for granted that would be groundbreaking to someone else. So don't think about teaching somebody who's at your level. Think about you 5 years ago, 2 years ago. As long as you are a couple steps ahead of someone, you are an expert to them. And so find ways to help those and bring people along. They'll be super grateful. They'll share with others, and it'll make you feel just better about yourself. And again, I think being a podcast guest can be a phenomenal opportunity here. If you can find shows that are designed to help and educate people earlier in their careers or their journeys, you can start to teach others some of the lessons that you've undoubtedly learned along the way. And if you are in kind of a consulting business or you work with other business owners, you teaching other owners about your expertise, it doesn't make them less likely to hire you because they now suddenly know everything. You can't summarize, the last 5 years of your career in a 45-minute interview. It doesn't work that way. But what it does is it makes them think, wow, they seem so helpful. They seem so giving. They clearly know what they're talking about. I need to talk to them more. And so if you can make these 3 key things a priority for building your own authority in 2021, you're going to see your status as an expert absolutely skyrocket. And if you're looking to learn how you can build your authority and grow your business, click the link below and join my absolutely free training that shows you exactly how to do it. And look, I know some of you out there want to kind of learn on your own. And so for those folks, feel free to download my 100% free guide. It shows you how to pitch yourself to podcasts and start landing those interviews today. And you can do it all on your own, but I promise it's helpful.